Star Wars The Acolyte will take us into a world of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers, and will finally give us an in-depth look at the slaughter and chaos that is required to become a Sith. And in today's video, we will be theorizing about what we could see in the show and how the Acolyte will be some of the darkest Star Wars ever. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe for more Star Wars content. Now, let's get into today's video. So, I've made a few videos theorizing about what the Acolyte will deal with. So if you haven't watched those, then after this video, go over to my channel and give those videos a watch as well. But basically, to sum it up, I think that the Acolyte is going to deal with a young female Jedi who is seduced by the dark side and becomes associated with Darth Plagueis. However, declaring oneself to the dark side isn't enough to become a Sith. It takes more. It takes fear, anger, and hate. But it also takes an act of extreme violence that literally tears you away from your old life and shows your commitment to the dark side and to the Sith. In order to channel enough dark energy and officially give in to the dark side of the Force and become a Lord of the Sith, you must do something so personally damaging that there is no going back. Sheev Palpatine became Darth Sidious when he killed his family, thus forsaking his family's wealth and comfortable position in order to pursue the dark side. Anakin Skywalker became Darth Vader when he turned against Mace Windu and then massacred the Jedi in the Jedi Temple, including the younglings. So what will be the defining dark side moment for this young Acolyte? The moment that finally brings her to the other side of the Force, where she officially becomes a servant of the dark side. Well, I have three theories as to how this could happen. The first is that she will kill a Jedi or slaughter her Jedi Master. Killing Jedi is nothing out of the ordinary for a Sith. In fact, the whole premise of the grand plan is to destroy the Jedi Order so that the Sith can rule the galaxy. So seeing a Sith kill a Jedi really isn't all that uncommon. However, I can see this show building up the relationship between her and her master, only for it to come crumbling down. Like all Jedi, she doesn't know who her family is, so her Jedi Master will act as that mother or father figure to her and raise her up as a parent, like any Jedi Padawan and Master relationship is. Now, like I said in my previous theory videos, she will be rejected by the Jedi Council after she discovers the dark side growing. However, her master will be the one to stand up for her, to stick by her side, even though the rest of the Jedi Order is saying that she's just making things up. Her Jedi Master will never falter. Now, again, she will be rejected by the Jedi Council after she tells them that she found the dark side growing. And to get her revenge, she will kill the member of the Jedi High Council that was overly zealous about dismissing her. However, after she gets her personal revenge, Plagueis will tell her that it wasn't good enough, that she didn't risk or lose anything personal or anything that she held dear. He will say that the act must rip your very soul so that the only thing that remains is the dark side. In the words of Lord Scourge, when you feel anger in your every connection to the Force, then you will have discovered the dark side. He will then command her to kill her Jedi Master, someone whom she is close with and who has always supported her. At first, she will refuse, but eventually she will bring herself to do it in order to gain power and embrace her newfound darkness more fully. The act will haunt her for the rest of her life, and will serve as the crucible through which she gains her hate, fear, anger, and suffering. Very similar to how Darth Vader was tormented by the thought of him killing Padme. Another option is for her to kill a lover or a significant other. I've said that the Acolyte will deal with more adult themes, and I think that there will be some type of romance explored in the show, and this romance between her and this other person will be something that the Jedi Order frowns upon. They don't really know what's going on, but they are kind of suspicious of it, so they're always kind of prodding her and poking her and telling her like, hey, you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. And this only helps strengthen the mistrust that she already feels between herself and the Jedi Order. Eventually, however, once she leaves the Order and swears fealty to the dark side, she will expect to be able to take her love interest with her. However, Plagueis will not allow this. Her first and only loyalties should be to him and to the dark side, and this lover will only get in the way. So Plagueis will command her to kill them and prove her loyalty to him. It will be a difficult choice for the young Sith Acolyte, but eventually she will do it, seeing that this person that she has taken an interest in is actually very weak compared to her and her now growing power. The final theory is that she will kill her family. Now, for this theory, we have to alter my original idea that she will be a Jedi. Instead, for this theory to work, she would need to follow the path of Darth Plagueis and Darth Sidious, who were not Jedi, and who were recruited by the Sith at a young age. Now, I would love to see this, to see someone who isn't even involved with the Jedi at all, has no knowledge or teachings of the light side of the Force at all, and is just completely submerged into the Sith teachings at a young age, would be very interesting. This way, we could more fully explore the dark side and the mysteries of the Sith from the perspective of someone who is learning all about it along with us. Very similar to how we learned about the Force from Luke's perspective in Episode 4 with Obi-Wan, and then again in Episode 5 with Yoda. We were learning about the Force right alongside Luke Skywalker as he was being instructed by Obi-Wan and Yoda. I feel like it would be really interesting for them to do the exact same thing, but tell it from the dark side perspective, and have us see this through the eyes of the Acolyte and us learning how the dark side works from Darth Plagueis. Anyway, so in order for her to move on from her former life, she would need to separate herself from it. And the only way that Plagueis would accept that is for her to end her family's existence, exactly like he did with the young Palpatine. Now, this would be by far the darkest path for them to take, because it would be slaughtering the innocent. If she kills a Jedi, well, that happens all the time. If she kills a lover, well, we've seen that too, and I mean, yeah, it's dark, but it's not as dark as wiping out your whole family. Now, whatever she does, it will have to be something that will prove that she is worthy to take on the title of Sith and show that she does have anger, hate, fear, and suffering. Star Wars The Acolyte is a show that has so much potential. It can be darker and grittier than any other Star Wars content that we've ever seen, and it will finally give us a show told from a dark side perspective. And I really hope that they don't do the whole, like, yeah, she's a dark side user and then she flips over and becomes a Jedi. I'm sick of, the bad guys turning good at the end. Like, I love that, personally in my everyday life, yeah, I love that. But, for the Acolyte, please just keep it dark side all the way through. Now, if Disney and Lucasfilm can do this right, and use a solid story with great character development, then I can see this being some of the best Star Wars to ever come out. I hope they realize what this show could be, and don't waste it on doing something ridiculous. Anyway, that's it for today's video. If you liked what you saw today, be sure to hit that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe for more Star Wars content. And remember to forever be a Star Wars fan.